What if I told you that this one movie is responsible for terrifying millions of people, but also for helping millions of people face their fears, especially in the summertime? I know. I'll explain. The movie I'm talking about is Jaws. Yeah, I know. Jaws first aired in 1975, and it made over $800 million. Not quite the 80s, but we'll count it. Jaws was the first movie released in over 400 theaters in the United States and was the highest grossing movie until this movie came out 2 years later. Thanks a lot, Star Wars. Now, if you have never watched Jaws before, let me explain to you what this movie was like. Swimming in the ocean, eaten by a shark. Scuba diving, eaten by a shark. Questionable swimming with your girlfriend, eaten by a shark. Water banana, eaten by a shark. Eating a popsicle, eaten by a shark. Underwater amusement park, which is a horrible idea, eaten by a shark. Twice. Yeah. That pretty much sums up the movie Jaws. Jaws was a movie that was responsible for terrifying every single person. There's a whole generation of people who to this day still cannot go swimming in a swimming pool without feeling like there's a shark at the bottom. Thanks a lot, Jaws. If you have never watched Jaws, imagine all of your greatest fears squished into a giant shaped shark. Then throw in one of the most terrifying theme songs known to man. Da-dum, 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 dum, da-da-dum. I'm getting freaked out just thinking about it. I mean, come on. I can't be the only one. You know that when you see this, yeah, you think Jaws. When you see this, yep, Jaws. And if we're really honest, when you see this, you think Jaws too. This movie was terrifying on a whole nother level. In fact, this movie was so scary that people were surprised that it only received a PG rating. Scariest PG movie I ever seen. Yeah. The movie Jaws was a horrifying experience. It scared the world. But it also taught the world a very valuable lesson. It taught us to face our fears. Every summer, millions and millions of people flock to the beach, to the coast, to the swimming pool. And they all have this one thought in the back of their mind. See, what I learned from the movie Jaws, and I bet you learned as well, is that even though you have fear, you have to face your fear. You can't let your fear stop you from living, right? Summertime is a great time to go out and hang out with friends and family and enjoy yourself, most of the time in the water. But we're not going to allow fear to stop us. Now, I have good news. Jaws was just make believe. It was a fake shark, right? It was a mechanical shark that they had created. They had fabricated this shark. And it's a great example of our fears. Sometimes, most of the time, our fears turn into this giant Goliath-sized monster. And we forget that our fears are really fabricated machines from past experiences, things that we have gone through. That's it. We don't have to be afraid of something that's not real. So thank you, Jaws, for terrifying the pants off of me. To this day, I still cannot swim in the deep end without freaking out completely. Thank you, Jaws. But even though you scared me, you taught me a valuable lesson. You taught me that fear, it's really not as bad as I think. You taught me that I must face my fears. So here's to you, Jaws. I'm going swimming. I mean, I'm not going to swim in the deep. Baby steps. I'm going to go shallow and then maybe. It's just scary. It still freaks me out. I don't know. Stop it. Stop it now.